I'd like to welcome to your Blue Water Hotel as first. We offer a guest completely blue first for every day that you spend with us. None of dinner are not included. A room is required for internet access. You just need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that our special room that includes free use for the hotel, free essentials, swimming pool, and free tickets for one about our night popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome you to the Blue Water Hotel. As per we offer a guest a complimentary full breakfast for every day that you spend with us. Lunch or dinner are not included. If the room is equipped for internet access, users need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that your special group that includes a free use of the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our live popular music concert. I'd like to welcome you to the Blue Water Hotel. I was you offer a investor a complimentary full breakfast for every day that you spend with us. And dinner not include if a room is required to internet set, you just need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that your special group that include free use of the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our night popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome to the Blue Water Hotel Expert. We offer a guest complimentary for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. Dinner and not include. Your room is equipped for necessary. You just need to purchase a computer set card from the front desk. And remember that you are special group that include free use for our fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome you to Blue Hotel. At first, we offer a guest accommodation for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. And none or dinner are not included. Each room is required for internet access. You should need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that our special group that includes free use the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to our live popular music concert. Welcome to you to Blue Hotel Water. As that we offer a guest accommodation for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. Our dinner and include a room is quite for internet access. You should need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that our special group they include free use the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome you to Blue Water Hotel. As for the we offer a guest accommodation for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. Lunch and dinner are not included. A room is required for internet access. You don't need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that use our special room that include free use of the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome you to the Blue Water Hotel. As first, we offer a guest accommodation for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. None of dinner are not included. A room is required for internet access. You should need a purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that our special booth that include free use of the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our night popular music concerts. I'd like to welcome you to the Blue Water Hotel. As what we offer a guest accommodation for breakfast for every day that you spend with us. None of dinner are not included. A room is required for internet access. You just need to purchase a computer access card from the front desk. And remember that our special group that include the free use the hotel fitness center, swimming pool, and free tickets to one of our live popular music concerts. Câu 74 đến câu 76.
Question 74 through 76 refer to the following announcement. Attention.
Attention passenger because of the shock of work or not a button on the right chain so that runs to the region waiting slowly spend and if you are experiencing delays of ability 40 minutes at rest the motor trips are not affected. Please check the stat of your train on the right but which is updated every 10 minutes. Also, please be advised that to arrangeable dimension 552 million is not yet ready to receive passenger. Wait for the broader announcement before browsing to the track. Attention passenger because of track work not a button or arriving change that bus through the region operating slow space and appearing delays about ability 40 minutes. At present, the molecules are not affected. Please check the system uploadation on the right bus, which is updated every 10 minutes. Also, please be advised that due to renewal trouble, debating change 552 version is not yet ready to receive passenger wait for the bus announcement before the bus proceeding to the jack. Attention passengers, because of the shackle was not a button, otherwise bring your trains that's right that the region are waiting as a suspension. Appearance delay ability of 45 minutes. At present, the matrices are not affected. Please check the status of the train on the arrest bus, which is updated every 10 minutes. Also, please advise that due to the trouble, the bus train 552 is not yet ready to receive passengers. Wait for bus getting the announcement before the proceeding to the check. Attention passengers, because of the check work on a person on a rise ranges that bus through the region are operating as release space and experiencing delays about approximately 45 minutes. Appearance motorists are not affected. Please check the status of your train on the rise bus, which is every 10 minutes. Also, please advise that due to rain trouble, the bus train 555 to Verona is not yet ready to receive passenger. Wait for the bus being announcement before the proceeding to the check. Attention listeners, because of the check work not Boston, on the rise vintage levels the vegan are waiting slowly spacing experience delays at the very 45 minutes appearance, the montages are not affected. Please check the status of the train on the rise route will be updated every 10 minutes. Also, please advise that due to the trouble, the battery manufacturer is not yet ready to receive passenger, wait for the boarding announcement before the proceeding to the truck. Attention passenger because of the sharp worker not a button on the right change that pass through the region are waiting as release space and if delays obviously 45 minutes as person the motor trains until a lot affected. Please check the status of your trains on the right spots which is updated every 10 minutes. Also please be advised that due to a new trouble the train 55 to run is not yet ready to receive passengers. Wait for the boarding announcement before proceeding to the track. Attention passenger because of the sharp work not a person on arriving just the best through the ribbon operating solution panel. Numerous delays about 45 minutes present monitors are not affected. At present, please check the status of the train on the arrivals weekly after every 10 minutes. Also, please advise that due to unusual departing train to 552 is not yet to receive passenger. Wait for the boarding announcement before proceeding to the track. Attention passengers, because of the sharp work not a person, other passengers that pass through the ribbon are operating at slow spans and experience delays about immediately 45 minutes. At present, the machines are not effective. Please check the status of the train on the arrivals, which is updated every 10 minutes. Also, please be advised that due to rain trouble, departing train 555 to Verona is not usually to receive passengers where for the boarding announcement before processing to the check. Câu 17 đến câu 79.
Question 77 through 79 refer to the following telephone message.
Hello, Miss Santos. This is Chan. I work with the Carver Relocation Service. I'm looking for an apartment for client who is moving to area in 2 weeks. Last week, you ran an ad in the park about the apartment for them and your advice is still available. Could you please call me at 217-555-3222 with an information about that apartment about, or any other available then space at that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, sister. This is Stephen Chan. I work with the Collaboration Service. I'm looking for a apartment for a client who is moving in the area into 2 weeks. That week, you will an ad in the paper about the apartment for them on the right. Is it still available? Could you please call me at 27555 with information about that apartment or any other available space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope you hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Santos. This is from Chad. I work with Collaboration Service. I'm looking for an apartment for client who is moving to the area in 2 weeks. Last week, you can an ad in the paper about the apartment for the Maroon Drive. Is it still available? Could you please call me at 217-555-3222 with information about the that apartment or any other available space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Santos. This is Chris Chan. I work with Political Server. I'm looking for an apartment for client who is moving to a right in 2 weeks. When you run an ad in the paper about the apartment for the American Dubai. It is still available. Could you please call me at 275553222 with information about that environment or any other available space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Center. This is Stephen Christian. I work with Collaboration Service. I'm looking for an apartment for client who is moving in the area in 2 weeks. Last week, you ran an ad in the paper about an apartment for them on mobile device. It is still available. Could you please call me at 217-555-344-222 with information about that apartment or any other available space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Sensor. This is Raven Chan. I work with Collaboration Server, and I'm looking for an apartment for a client who is moving the area in 2 weeks. Last week, I ran an ad in the paper about an apartment for land in my device. It is still available. Could you please call me at 217-555-3222 with information about this apartment or any other available rental space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Center. This is the 7th child. I work with Collaboration Service. I'm looking for an apartment for a client who is moving to the area in 2 weeks. I would you ran an ad in the paper about an apartment for rent on the road device. It is still available. Would you please call me at 217-555-3222 with information about that apartment or any other available space in that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Center. This is Stephen Chan. I work with Collaboration Service. I'm looking for an apartment for the client who is moving to the area in 2 weeks. Last week, you ran an ad in the paper about an apartment for rent on the road device. It is still available. Could you please call me at 217-555-3222 with information about that apartment or any other available space that neighborhood. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon. Hello, Mr. Center. This is Stephen Chan. I work with the crop recreation server. I'm looking for an apartment for client who is moving to the area in 2 weeks. Last week, you ran an ad in the paper about the apartment then on my device. It's still available. Could you please call me at the 217-555-322 information about that apartment or any other available space in that neighborhood? Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon.